Okay, so what are these latest breaking news stories in the world of print on demand? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go ahead and get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first story comes from our folks over at Etsy, who teamed up with OpenAI to allow ChatGPT users can now browse Etsy listings as part of their search results. So if somebody asks for, where can I find a super awesome pet themed t-shirt? Well, ChatGPT is going to give you Etsy links so you can find those directly off the platform. So you can find those directly and pay for those directly on the ChatGPT platform. No need to navigate anywhere, making the whole process a lot smoother. Now, Shopify has already unveiled a version of this, but this is big news on Etsy. I mean, that's like this actually made their stock jump quite a bit, and that was something that their stock price needed, quite frankly. But yeah, this is exciting stuff, and this is just great news for all of you sellers out there, because it's just an easier way for people to come into contact with your products. TikTok, our friends over at TikTok have supercharged the way that they have the way that they're doing their ads, and they're using AI to do so. So these new AI tools, they're going to make everything faster, make the setup a lot more streamlined, and the smart automation just to help you launch a lot faster and see better results. And this is perfect timing for all those holiday promo campaigns that you folks will be running on TikTok Shop this year. All right, now stick with me on this last one, because this actually involves two stories that we're gonna pop the links to these stories into the chat. But come on a walk with me, and by the time we get to the end, you'll see my point. So QVC, we're all familiar with QVC. That's the shopping channel, the cable shopping channel that shows products all day. And if you like what you see, you call up the number and boom, the orders arrive at your house. Okay, they've been doing it for a while. Well, they've now transitioned to TikTok and other social platforms, but TikTok is their best sales platform so far. And they've been having a lot of success with live streaming, okay? And it's basically this new live streaming on social media is replacing channel flipping. Okay, back when we used to just sit there and scroll through all of the different channels with our remote. Well, these days in this part of the 21st century, that's being replaced by live streaming, and that's what they're catching on to over there at QVC. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, let's just talk about live streaming a little bit, because well, when we're talking, it's a win-win. The audience gets a little bit of entertainment. They get exposed to your products. And if you have the right kind of personality to make this all work, it's going to grow your engagement. Because after all, demos are way better, like live demos are way better than just showing standard mock-ups. But to have success in this is going to require an element of consistency. Okay, and you will lead with storytelling, not with selling. But this all makes sense since live streaming is becoming the new norm. Okay, and I've put some stats here on the screen to really drive this home. QVC gaining 100K new customers via TikTok Shop, and some of the other companies that are having some success with this live streaming. And engagement is growing among older shoppers too on TikTok. So it's not just for Gen Z and the like. You can definitely find your customers on there, okay? What this represents, ladies and gentlemen, is a massive opportunity that we are on the precipice of. This is an emerging sales technique that can be applied not only on TikTok Shop, but other social platforms that allow for live streaming and commerce therein. And the people that are going to have the advantage in this situation are going to be early adopters, okay? Now, does that mean you just have to go live your first time and knock it out of the park? No, obviously not, okay? Folks, it's completely fine as if the first time you go live that you're really not that good at it. Because, well, first of all, you're probably not going to have a lot of watchers the first time you do it. Maybe you will, and I hope you do. But chances are you're going to get a few people checking in. Not a big crowd. But what that's going to give you the opportunity to do is build that muscle. I mean, it's a muscle like anything else, being able to go live and interact with an audience. So, give it a try. Give your live streaming a chance. The first few times, look at those as training exercises, build those muscles, and get better at it as you grow that audience. So if you want a roadmap for how that's going to work, well, we can start small and work our way up. Step one, just post 2 to 3 TikToks. Get yourself used to creating content in front of a camera. Do that on a weekly basis. Then partner with some micro or nano influencers. Those are influencers with like 10,000, 5,000 followers to generate some user-generated content on the platform. And then make sure that you've optimized your TikTok shop using the TikTok shop catalog on Printify, so you can source your products. So you can source products that will be that are most likely to be fulfilled within TikTok's SLAs. And use some of our automation tools to speed up the process, whether that's our trend tool or add a personalization layer on it, or make use of our mobile app when it comes out. And you'll have some more information about that here a little bit later in today's show. And then make sure you're tracking all this, because your TikTok account becomes your storefront. And then find out which videos are more engaging, double down on what works, and get rid of what doesn't. Okay, so it's a massive opportunity. I wonder, folks, if there's anybody out there within the sound of my voice that's going to take my advice and jump on this opportunity right now. As I said, we are on the precipice of, okay, this whole live streaming stuff. Because I don't know if anybody's doing it with POD products right now. There might be somebody doing it, but it represents a massive opportunity for you. So I thought I would present that to you folks. But let's keep the show going, because we got a lot to cover. Let's go ahead and talk about some trending products, folks. So what I've done here is I have taken our top selling products and I've removed the tried and true best sellers like t-shirts and sweatshirts and mugs and things like that are always at the top. And I've isolated products that are climbing the charts. Number one with a bullet, ladies and gentlemen, is wrapping paper. You can see the Christmas theme starting to trickle into, and that'll be a running theme in today's show, by the way. Wrapping paper, I don't want to say I was right all along, but I was right all along. I have been preaching the gospel of wrapping paper for years now, and slowly seeing it year after year increase in popularity. This year is no exception. And if you can add a layer of personalization to your wrapping paper, you're going to be doing yourself a ton of favors. And in fact, on the Sellers Club today, Sellers Club mentor George McConnell put on an entire live presentation on wrapping paper and how you can take advantage of it, and the tips and tricks involved in selling it. So that's available in replay in the free event section of the Sellers Club. So you can check that out. Also, wall calendars, that is no surprise. Well, of course, 2026 wall calendars are going to sell around this time of year. It's a great gift. It's a great gift opportunity as well. Garden and house banners, still very, very much surprised with the popularity of this, as its consistent popularity. Desk mat, and of course, ceramic ornaments are starting to become popular. Now, you'll see the popularity of both wrapping paper and ceramic ornaments really take off in the very, very near future. But this is just a testament to the fact that, yes, the Christmas season is already upon us. Speaking of Christmas and other events you need to keep an eye on, well, no surprises here, folks. We got Halloween right around the corner. I think we have maybe a little bit more time to fulfill some Halloween orders. Also, Veterans Day on November 11th. I think this one kind of gets overlooked when in comparison to Halloween and Thanksgiving and things like that. But it's a wonderful opportunity for you to connect with a portion of your target customers if they align with this particular holiday, to give back to that community. And it's another great opportunity for you to connect your store with a worthy cause like a charity, and be able to use that as part of your marketing efforts and your value proposal you offer to your customers, and give a little bit back to those in need. And of course, Thanksgiving this year is happening on the 27th of November, Black Friday the day after, and then a couple days later, the big one, Cyber Monday. Now, these dates and others are available in our marketing calendar. We're going to pop the link to that into the chat. You can also find it in the description below. Moving right along, checking in with our friends over at eRank. Let's see what's trending on Etsy, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have used eRank's trend tool to see exactly what is climbing the charts over there at Etsy in terms of keywords. And again, no surprises here, folks. Right at the top, we have Halloween, we have adult costume, and then we kind of get into the Christmas stuff. Personalized clothing gift. Again, if you can sell personalized products this Christmas, you're going to be positioning yourself for success. And then, of course, Christmas wall art and phone cases. No big surprises here, but it just tells you that we are on track with the season, heading right into the busy holiday sales extravaganza. So, what are your thoughts, folks? Any of these particular news stories or anything we've covered so far? Do they resonate with you? Did we miss anything? One thing I would really like to ask the audience is, have any of you been affected by the recent changes on Etsy where they are starting to allow, instead of 10 mock-up images, 20 mock-up images? I know Etsy's rolling this out piecemeal across their platform. I'm just curious if anybody has this active in their account yet. Is this something that you're interested in? Did you even want 20 mock-up images? This question came up in my live Q&A yesterday, and we had a short discussion on it. I come down on the side that, wow, 20 mock-up images, that's a lot. Okay. I mean, as a shopper, are you really going to look through 20 mock-up images to decide if you need to buy a t-shirt? I don't know, probably not. So, but I see having the 20 mock-up image option is valuable if you're selling products like, posters or canvas prints or something like that come in multiple different sizes, if that's what you're offering. Just so you can have a mock-up image of those different sizes to see, so your customers can see how it's going to look on the wall. Okay. But anyways, I'm just curious if anybody has noticed this, if they're curious about it, anything like that. Let's see. POD Johnny says, yes, 20 is active for me, and yes, definitely useful, especially as item description is barely seen now. Info cards as photos work better, plus variations. That's actually a very good tip, POD Journey. I think I said POD Johnny, but it's POD Journey. And I think that is a very underused strategy on Etsy, where you use those mock-up images to provide information to your customers. And I always say this when I'm doing a store audit for somebody on Etsy: put an image up there, not only a size chart, but just put something up there that says thank you. Okay, thank you for supporting small business. If you have any issues, if you have any concerns, you can reach out to me. Through this email address or what have you. That's going to go a long way for you to establish trust with your customers. And often that's the spark that turns them from a looky-loo into converting into a paying customer. All right, well, let's keep this going, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to invite you folks to join me for my live Q&A sessions that I do on Mondays and Wednesdays on the Sellers Club, ladies and gentlemen. And you can sign up for the Sellers Club, use code JOINSELLERS2025, get your first month free. But speaking of free, my Q&A sessions are always free. We put a certain amount of content on the free side of the paywall, and keep a lot of the good stuff on the other side, like POD courses and mentorships and our giveaways that we do on the Sellers Club, and the bulk of the community interaction, which I think is the most valuable part of the Sellers Club. But on the free side, you can always join me in my home studio Mondays and Wednesdays, and let's talk about the things that are important to you. And if I can play a small role in your success, well, that's what makes my job so rewarding. So let me do that for you. Let me remove those roadblocks for you, and let's sit down, chop it up, and allow me to do whatever I can to add to your profitability. That's Mondays and Wednesdays free on the Sellers Club. And we're going to pop that link into the chat as well, and you can find it in the description. Okay, so what's new from Printify? We're going to give you a recap of what we announced at Amplified, but these are a couple things that didn't make the Amplified cut that I thought you folks would be interested in. First of all, I don't know if you've seen this in your inbox yet, but folks, our Printify Holiday HQ is now available. This is something we're going to pop that link into the chat as well. You're going to want to bookmark this and make this your go-to holiday space to help you navigate through the sometimes chaotic holiday season. Okay, and you're going to get everything you need from bestsellers and marketing tips and things like that. Plus, you'll also have access to our network fulfillment status page there as well. That's another page you're going to want to bookmark because that's going to be your go-to spot to check the health of our fulfillment network. Say, for instance, you've got one of your print providers is backed up and you need to find a solution to fulfill a particular order. Go to the network fulfillment status page, check out which print providers are running on time or ahead of schedule, and then so you can choose them to fulfill your products. It's a very valuable resource during the holiday season because that's when logistics and just everything is pushed to its absolute extremes. And also, that's where you'll find our recommended cutoff dates when we release those, so you know the date. You can give your customers a reasonable expectation that if they purchase by this particular date, they will receive their orders in time for Christmas. Okay. All right, so make sure you bookmark those. Those links are in the description as well. So let's go ahead and, folks, if you did have a chance to join us for Amplified, well, congratulations. We had ourselves a great time, and we're glad you were with us. But if you didn't get a chance to watch our Amplified event, which was just launched a couple weeks ago, it's literally the biggest event in all of print on demand. We fly people in from all over the world. They give we sit them down for informative sessions for you guys, and we also love to announce new Printify features and stuff that we're working on as well. You can we're going to pop the link to the entire 5+ hour live stream that we did, and you can certainly check that out for yourself if you like. But yeah, it was an absolutely wonderful time, and join us next year for next year's Amplified. But I did mention that we announced some really cool Printify features and things, so I just want to do a quick recap for you folks that didn't get a chance to see it. Didn't get a chance to hear those announcements live. And if you did, here's a little reminder of what we have cooking for you. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, is the one that I'm most excited about, and that's personalization. Wow. We have put in a lot of work to improving our personalization flow. It's something I've been screaming about for years and years now. So I'm so glad I can finally talk about this stuff with you guys. We've made the whole process streamlined, and we're automating part of the process as well. Now, personalization is available for all of our sales channels, but the automated personalization, where it's basically hands-off after you set up your listing, is available only with the pop-up shop right now, but we're going to be rolling that out with Etsy and Shopify and TikTok Shop and some others here in the very, very near future, so just stick with us. But for you pop-up shop merchants, it's available right now. But we have multiple text layers you can put in. We've got embroidery. We're the first company out there to offer sellers like you the opportunity to do personalized embroidery. So it's an excellent way for you to maximize your success this holiday season because, well, most people are buying for somebody else, and offering and getting someone a personalized gift, well, that just runs a little bit deeper. And keep in mind, personalization aligns perfectly with what we're able to deliver here in the print-on-demand industry. Because if somebody purchases a personalized mug from you, they know that you don't have, happy birthday Aunt Gladys on a mug just sitting on your shelf. So they understand it's going to take some time to go through production. It's going to be shipped out, and that aligns perfectly with what we're able to deliver. So at all points, it just aligns perfectly. So if you're not selling personalized products, folks, you're not doing yourself any favors, especially now that we've made it so simple and easy. Next one, new product creator advancements. Well, folks, if you've been playing around with our product creator, you're probably familiar with this stuff. But we're just very excited with the developments that we've been able to add to the creation experience this year, and we're not done yet. So based on your feedback, we will still continue to improve this. So count on some more improvements here in 2026. The mobile app. This was a big one, ladies and gentlemen. You folks have been asking about this for years and years and years. Well, it is almost here. We're going to be rolling this out very, 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 very soon in the near future. But just imagine the freedom you're going to have to be able to manage your Printify account right from your phone. Now, I see this working perfectly, like if you're going home on the bus or riding the train or what have you, and you just want to handle a few orders, send some to production or change an address or something like that. Pull out your phone, get the app ready, boom, 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 and before you step off at your destination, you've already managed your business. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Can't wait to get my hands on this one, and I know you can't wait either. Trends tool. Now, this is live in your account right now. I'm just curious if anybody out there has tried this trends tool. Let us know in the comments. Is this? Do you like it? Is it? Does it make sense? Is this helping you? But we did this just so we can provide you with all the information that you need to create your products and connect with the demand out there from your potential customers. And it's a very intuitive flow. I actually really like the way it's built, great user experience. But yeah, it's to capitalize on these rising trends before demand peaks. Get out there while demand is on the upswing and ahead of your competition. And this one's really cool too. New decoration methods. Of course, embroidery, that's not necessarily new. Of course, we're rolling out some interesting things there. Like for instance, pre-digitized embroidery fonts. So if you were to create an embroidery design by scratch, it would have to be sent through the digitization process, which can take up to 24 to 36 hours in some cases. But if you were to use a pre-digitized font just to create a text with your embroidery, well, that's pre-digitized, so it can enter the production process without delay. That's actually a great advancement. And of course, laser engraving. We have a laser engraving guide that we put together. We'll pop that link into the chat as well, so you can so you can get on top of this holiday season, which is going to be perfect for Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving. And it's also going to be good for you folks that are in like the wedding niche or bachelorette or bachelor party niche. Things like that. I think this is going to align perfectly there. And the one I'm most excited about, the new decoration method, is puff print. This is going to be rolling out very soon. But yeah, this is like puffy print. Like instead of the flat print from the traditional DTG method, what this is it gives your designs a little bit of lift off the page, and some contour and some texture, and really add some tactile feel to your designs. And I can't wait to play around with this myself. And ads, ladies and gentlemen, ads. It's the one thing that I'm constantly talking with people about that want to get into ads but don't necessarily know how to run ads, and they're kind of worried about the whole process. Well, we're going to be simplifying that for you, and you can take care of that all within the Printify platform. That's going to be coming soon, so stay tuned for more details on how exactly all this is going to work. But yeah, I think this is a wonderful opportunity for you folks to get on board with running some ads to drive traffic to your stores. And speaking of stores, the Printify Pop-up we were very excited to announce some advancements here to elevate the storefront creation and to be able to highlight the brand experience in the way that you want to present it to your customers, and also unique domain names are now available. We got a link on how you can get a custom domain name for your pop-up store. And so if you're interested in that, explore that. And yeah, I think expect more developments on the pop-up store in 2026 as well. And that's already live, by the way. And then our Co-Pilot. This is something I'm also very excited about. Let me ask you folks this. If you could have your own personal Printify assistant, do you think that would benefit you in some way? Well, I'm going to venture a guess and say yes. And that's basically what we're talking about here with the Co-Pilot. And I encourage everybody to check out in the live stream of in the live stream of Amplified. We have full presentations by the product owners at Printify on all of these tools, and they go into much more depth than I am in this particular presentation. So go ahead and check that out, because I'm not going to do Co-Pilot justice. It's super cool. It takes you through the product creation flow. No design skills needed, and yeah, it's like having your very own AI assistant to help you with all things Printify. And finally, the automated pricing tool, another topic that inevitably comes up when I'm talking to you guys out there. How do I price my products, Martin? I don't want to price too high where I'm driving sales away, and I don't want to price too low where I'm not capturing as much profit as I can. Well, we've heard you folks, and we've come up with this pricing tool. Now, this is live under some test accounts. So once we work out the bugs, we'll roll this out to everybody. But what this is going to do is during the product creation and publishing flow, you're going to be presented with a range, like a meter with a range on it. So similar products like yours that you are in the process of creating, with targeting similar customers like the product in which you are currently creating, you'll be shown a range of pricing. Like if you're doing a t-shirts, you'll see like t-shirts like this are priced at between this price and that price on this particular sales channel, so that you have some understanding of the ballpark in which you should be playing in terms of pricing. It's not going to give you an exact price. It's not going to look at your shirt and say like, oh, this is a $25 shirt, charge $25 for it. It's going to give you a range, and then you can give yourself an unbiased review of your product and determine where within that range or beyond, rather, that you can set your prices. And I think this is great, at least to help you to get to the end result. But yeah, because pricing is inevitably one of those topics that I'm always dealing with, folks, when I'm having conversations with you, rather.